stepping into knowing myself. I've claimed my reward, and my reward is my eternal body in which I exist. Yes, you see me in this physical body, but within this physical body is the imperishable. This body is perishable, but within here is the imperishable and the eternal one. The Atman, the source, God, creator, the Father is within this body. I am within him and he is within me.
All right, all right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Once again, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate you watching these videos, especially if you find value in them. I hope they help you along the path of spirituality and finding yourself and knowing yourself and becoming the best version of yourself, because in reality, that is why we're in here on this planet. This planet is like you're on probation, right? We're all going through something in order to become the better version of ourselves so that we can advance to a higher plane of consciousness, understanding, awareness, and, ultimately be in a better realm. Because as it is right now, this realm is pretty toxic. So we don't want to reincarnate here again or in anywhere similar to it. So the goal is to raise our vibration, raise our spiritual capacity so that we can go on to a higher plane of existence, a plane where peace, love, joy, and all that stuff abounds, right? So today we're going to continue on with our meditation series. This video is to deal with the expert level of meditation, and I'm going to tell you a few stories, some of which I have read and learned about, and also I'm going to give you my experience when I get into deep meditation, when I get deep down into samadhi, and what that experience is like, and just to give you a pointer in terms of what to expect when you go down that road, right? Because, the reality is you have to be constantly in contemplation. You have to constantly be checking yourself. You have to constantly be aware of yourself, conscious of yourself. And when you do this, you unlock yourself from this third dimension, this 3D world, and you're tapped in with source and with spirit, and you can flow with source and spirit, and you can feel your intuition at a higher level. You can feel things at a higher level, and you can experience things at a higher level, and you walk through life as if you're walking on air, never a care. Something is making you sing. And so that's what it's like, realistically, when you really become meditative in your everyday life. And that's the purpose of these videos. Nevertheless, I will do further breakdowns in terms of these meditative videos, all three levels: beginners, intermediate, and expert. I will give you more details on those in different videos. But as for this series I'm doing right now, it's mainly just to give you a quick overview, no bullshit, just straight to the point. So let's dive on in. So meditation has been around for ages. We know this. We read about it in the ancient texts. We understand that Jesus meditated. A lot of the biblical characters meditated, but people aren't aware of this. Most people, when they see the word prayer, they think going on your knees and praying, but in reality, it's meditation is what these guys were doing. And meditation is just super powerful. It's like your direct line to God. It's like you pick up the phone and you call on the Most High and you say, hey, what's going on? Or, tell me what I need to do, right? That is what meditation is. It's your direct link. No longer do you need an intermediate person to connect you and God. You don't need a preacher or a pastor. You don't need another guru or a Buddhist or anything like that, because you have a direct link, a direct connection, a direct contact to God. And that's what I'm hoping to help you guys do, is to realize you have this connection and tap into this connection and really go online and communicate with the Father and allow him to move through you and use you in ways that you never imagined, so that you can really live this life fulfilled, purposely, especially for the reason that you came here. We all came here for a purpose, whether it's to go through something in life, to grow in some way. We all came here with a purpose, and so the goal is to fulfill that purpose so we don't have to repeat this cycle, right? And so Moses meditated. I'm sure you guys have heard of Hermes Trismegistus. Hermes Trisgreat. He meditated. And these are profound individuals. Pythagoras meditated. That's how these people were able to tap into their spiritual sides and know profound things. Same with Einstein and same with Nikola Tesla. All these people meditated. They might tell you they sat in contemplation, but really they sat in meditation, right? Especially when it comes to Nikola Tesla, because we know that he was a target for the big corporation and he couldn't reveal certain secrets. So he had to use different words and phrases in order to hide what he was truly doing, because he was a highly spiritual being. Same with Pythagoras. He was part of a secret order called the Pythagoreans, and a lot of them were killed because of religious groups that deemed them as evil and pagan, and so they wanted to get rid of them, right? So the Pythagoreans, which you can read about in the Golden Verses of Pythagoras, I started to do a series on it. I didn't finish it, but you can go and get some ideas based on the few videos I've done. I'm sure I'll get back to that at some point. Nevertheless, a lot of people meditated, and that is the point, is that when you meditate, you tap into this infinite reservoir of information. You tap into the Akasha, and that's something I'm going to do videos on as well, is the Akasha. I've tapped into the Akasha. I continuously tap into the Akasha. When you receive downloads during meditation, where do you think you're getting this information from? Is in the Akasha. You're traversing the Akasha. But how to traverse it is what's important, right? And before I go anywhere, let me make this abundantly clear. Spirituality is not for material gains, okay? Material wealth, the gaining of material wealth is a reflection and is based on how you live your life. So as a highly spiritual being, you can accumulate wealth by doing things the right way, right? But you can also accumulate wealth like every other individual in society and do it that way. We know society is plagued with deceit and deception. But that's not our goal, because this temporary game we're playing called life is not where we intend to stay. We intend to advance beyond this realm. Nevertheless, Moses meditated. When he went up into the mountain and he was speaking with God, what do you think he was doing? He was meditating. He sat in deep meditation. And within his deep meditative mind, he turned around and saw a burning bush. It's not that he got up and the bush was physically burning. No, the burning bush that he saw was his body, right? His nervous system was this burning bush. Because when you get deep into meditation, your body becomes blaze. Your spiritual body becomes ablaze, and this spiritual fire is blazing, right? Hermes Trismegistus, if you read the Divine Pymander, he'll explain to you how he sat in deep meditation and he connected with this being or this entity called Nous, and Nous really means mind. Nous means mind, right? And he connected with mind on this hyper extensive level in which this thing knew everything. But in reality, what the book is trying to explain is that he connected with his own mind on a deeper level, on a part of his mind that knew everything. Because we all have this mind inside of us that knows everything. But the key and the goal is to tap into that and to go deep into meditation, to really connect with this deep mind of yours, this knowing within yourself, right? I haven't experienced that yet. As for myself, the most profound experience I've had during meditation, and this is a beautiful, if I can just get it across to you in the way in which I experienced it. So one Sunday morning, my wife and daughter was going to see a Santa Claus parade. This was end of 2023. They were going and watch some Santa Claus parade. I don't believe in Santa. I don't participate in that stuff. Nevertheless, my wife entertains my daughter with it because, she's young, she's 4, and so they're going through that. So they decide to go out and watch a Santa Claus parade. And that Sunday morning, around 11 o'clock, I thought to myself, I have absolutely nothing to do. Let me go and meditate, deepen my connection with spirit. And so I sat in meditation. I sat down, and as I'm going through the motions of raising my consciousness, raising my vibration, getting my body settled and everything settled. Because like I said, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to really get deep into meditation. To really actually start meditating, it takes about 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, you're in samadhi. So 15, 20 minutes in, I thought to myself, I said, Chris, just let go. Okay? Just let go. Don't hold on to any thoughts or imagination. Forget about it all and just let go. Let go of everything. And so I did. And the moment I let go is the moment that my consciousness was zapped into or not zapped, but it's like this physical world or the darkness that I saw within my meditative mind. And let me make this clear. When you meditate, it's not that it's dark. It's just that you're in a place of no thingness, right? And so everything just, it's like this veil just faded away and everything, there's this bright light, this beautiful bright light. And I can tell that this is the source of all things. This light, this spiritual light, which is your consciousness, right, that dwells within this physical body. It's like the light behind this physical body. I saw it emanating beautifully. And there's billions and billions and billions of mini stars going around this immaculate, ineffable light. And I could tell that these tiny little stars were beings or entities like you and me. We're all circling this light, and there's so many, there's billions and billions and billions of them just circling this divine light. And, in that state, it's like I traversed back in time because I wanted to look at the earth. At that time, I was curious about the pyramids, and I was going through a phase with different ideologies and perspective in regards to the pyramids. And so it's like I went back in time and I saw these light beings working on the pyramid. They're all just standing there hovering, like with their arms across like this, and they're moving the stones and building the pyramid. It was just such a beautiful experience, and there was so much more that happened. I saw my spirit body. I saw parasites attached to my spirit body, eating my spirit body. And the reason they were eating my spirit body is because of the shit that I was doing to myself, which includes eating meat. And I'm not saying I still eat meat. And I know I shouldn't. I've had many inclinations and signs from the Most High to put down this thing, and I haven't done it yet. And it's very difficult because this world in which we live in makes it very difficult for you to to put down certain things. And so I haven't done that yet. And so, but there was also other things that was happening within me that this parasite was feeding off of. And there's multiple parasites. It's not just one. And we all have many parasites feeding off of us energetically. And if we could see our spirit body, we will see these things feeding off of us. And so I saw it. And, there were so many different things that I saw in that meditative state, and it happened for so long. It's like the meaning of everything was explained to me in that experience, and it was beautiful. And so that is what deep samadhi is like. When you get deep into meditation, that was the furthest I had ever gone. And I have profound experiences. Like I can raise kundalini, I can tap into my higher self. I can hear the divine sound, the Om. I can do all of that. But seeing behind the veil, that was something. That was the first time I experienced it. And I've been working to get back there. And it takes a lot because as an expert, as a matter of fact, I would say I am between intermediate and expert. Okay, because I would associate an expert meditator as one like a Buddhist monk, somebody who can sit in meditation for days and days and days, and those people who can leave their body without physically dying, just exit the body. They can exit the body. Those people are expert meditators, or maybe beyond advanced meditators, so to say. So maybe I am an expert. I don't know, and those guys are just on a whole nother level. But the reality is, meditation is your connection to the divine. You want to know about yourself. You want to know why you're here. You want to know your purpose. You want to really a deep connection with God. You got to meditate. You got to go deep. You got to go deep into yourself, because the kingdom of God is in you. The kingdom of heaven is inside us. And we got to go deep inside of ourselves to find it and to find God. We can't be out there praying and worshiping an entity on a cross. That is not what is recommended by any of the religious teachers within the biblical text or in any spiritual text. No physical thing will ever get you to a true deep connection with God, right? Even if you tried ayahuasca or you take weed or you take any of this stuff, these are all unsafe rafts to travel the seas of samsara. These are not things that are permanent. They are like, for example, if you go to enter a door, right? And this is a big door and nobody can hear you. You're using your fingers and knocking and nobody can hear you. So you pick up a rock and you start banging on the door, right? You're banging on the door and then you got in and then you finally get into the door. What do? You don't take the rock with you. You leave it outside, right? That's what these tools to get deep spiritual experiences, that's what they are. They're just tools, but they're not permanent. They cannot allow you to permanently be there. In order for you to permanently be in a meditative state, you have to nurture and cultivate that state within yourself, and naturally you will be in that state. But if you do not cultivate it within yourself and you use different tools to get there, you'll be reliant on those tools. You'll be a slave to those tools. You become addicted and all sorts of things, right? So you want to avoid those things and you want to deepen that real spiritual connection within yourself. And just go for it, right? It'll be hard, it won't be easy, but the reward is eternal life. When you tap into your spirit body, I have claimed my inheritance. I've claimed my reward for being a good person. I've claimed my reward for stepping into spirituality, stepping into the divine light, stepping into knowing myself. I've claimed my reward, and my reward is my eternal body in which I exist. Yes, you see me in this physical body, but within this physical body is the imperishable. This body is perishable, but within here is the imperishable and the eternal one. The Atman, the source, God, creator, the Father is within this body. I am within him and he is within me. Right? I've claimed my reward because I am now aware of my divinity. I remember that I am one with the Father. And so I've claimed my reward. And I experience him when I go deeply into meditation. I experience my electromagnetic beingness, right? When I raise my kundalini and my spiritual flames are ablaze, that is my electromagneticness being expounded beyond its normal state, right? And so that is the power of spirituality. That is the power of meditation. Meditation, it is the key to unlocking yourself. And all the different thoughts that you have going through your head begin to quiet, and you catch yourself, and you know when you're about to do wrong things, and you know when wrong things are about to happen, and you can effectively make better decisions, and you can effectively live a life worth living when you meditate and you truly deepen your connection with yourself, with source, with spirit, with the Most High. As always, I don't want to drag on these videos and just chatter. I want to really give you good stuff for you to use. And to, at least for these first 3 videos, it's really about wrapping your mind around the power of meditation. And then the next set of videos I do about meditation will be more detailed and helping you. And hopefully by then we have enough people following the channel that we can have an interactive sessions. Nevertheless, if you have any questions, any comments, leave it below. Please like, subscribe. You know how this YouTube vibes work. Like, subscribe, share the video. I appreciate you. And stay on the path, man. Stay deep, stay true, because it's worth it. It seems as though, right now, living in this world, all the bad people are reaping the rewards. But the first will be last and the last will be first. There is coming a time, right? Because nothing lasts forever. Okay? The Greeks fell, the Romans fell, and those that are ruling right now will fall. Everything's timing and seasons. And even though we just exit the dark age, that's a video I'm going to do as well regarding the cycles of life, the cycles of humans on this planet. Because there's been many cycles on this planet, and there'll be many more cycles to come. Our time is coming. And even if we don't experience it in this physical world, there'll be a time where we can experience it in the physical world. Because in the higher consciousness, in the world of higher consciousness, when the earth is in the higher state of consciousness, there's longer time. Okay? We live for longer. You could live for 1,000 years, 2,000 years when the world is in a higher state of mind. Okay? But in this dark ages that we're coming out of, people will start to live longer, and we only live a short period of time right now. Nevertheless, like, subscribe, share the video. I hope it brought value to you, and I appreciate you and thank you always. And let's keep raising our vibration and staying in the divine light. Peace, blessings. Later.